Yo, it's your boy JK. I just thought I would do a quick post as I'm sat in the line for the skip and it's taken forever. So I just wanted to talk about something I've been talking to a lot of my friends about in the fitness field. Don't be a purist to your own developmental detriment. All right, so a lot of big words. What do I mean by that? Essentially, I see a lot of people getting into fitness and they might sort of say jump into a CrossFit gym or something, or they might go and do PT with a specialised coach who could be, say, powerlifting coach, strongman coach, things like that. And they tend to sort of get drawn in to this, to that discipline, if you will. And I find, a lot of people, like regular Joes as well, who are not sort of competitive powerlifters, competitive CrossFitters, whatever, it could be to their own detriment if they're just following this one discipline, if they get too drawn into it and start to almost, and this is a big one, identify with that discipline. So using some of those examples there to expand, I know a lot of people who do CrossFit, which is nothing wrong with, but they might benefit from doing some like accessory work on, say, cable machines and stuff like that. And this is something you never see in a CrossFit gym, essentially. But they might benefit from, doing some horizontal rows on those, or some rotator cuff exercises, I don't know. But, they might benefit from using cable machines, but CrossFit gyms are very minimalist, a little too minimalist for me. So I find they might miss out on that point. Likewise, you might get someone who then goes with the sort of the powerlifting coach, and they're just doing the big three all the time, essentially. And this coach might be great and really might get them shit hot at the big three, but just doing those movements over time and then being sort of pressured to go heavier on them over time might be quite damaging to their body, when all they ever wanted essentially was to just look and feel better naked, like all of us. It's all I want. I'm not afraid to admit that. It's quite superficial. In fact, my goal is really just to be 200 pounds ripped by the time I'm 40. Superficial as hell, but I really don't care. I mean, I like a good balance of athleticism and aesthetics, but that's it really. That's all I'm really concerned with. I'm not really too massive on the performance side, and dudes, there's nothing wrong with that. In this day and age, everyone wants to be an athlete, but I'm a coach, but I don't call myself an athlete. I'm not really competitive in any sport, so I'm not essentially an athlete. I did call myself an athlete for a bit when I was training for a white collar boxing match, just for a bit of fun, because I was training like a friggin' athlete then, and I did win. So yeah, I was an athlete for that very short time, 6 months or so. But apart from that, dudes, you don't need to be an athlete. Just be cool, be humble, be happy with your goals. Just don't be afraid to step outside of the box as well. Literally or figuratively, if you're in a CrossFit gym or if you're in whatever other type of training. Don't be afraid to go outside the box with your training. Don't be afraid to cross disciplines if it benefits you, because I don't do any strict overhead pressing. I use a kettlebell for strict overhead pressing instead, because it feels better on my shoulders. I'm carrying an old injury there, so that's how I do things. I like to mix 50% barbell work with 50% calisthenics, advanced bodyweight work in most of my training, and that's just how I work. So just find what works for you guys. Just, as I'll say it again one last time, don't be a purist to your own developmental detriment. So find what works for you. Don't worry about fitting in. You shouldn't be trying to fit in just with your gym community anyway. If you're not a pro athlete, the gym shouldn't be your life anyway. So why are you trying to make that your whole image? Why are you trying to sort of identify with that anyway? You know what I mean? So just find what works for you and do it. And especially if it means that it's keeping you injury free and it's keeping you happy, and there's some variety in your training as well. All right, just a little thought of the day for me, dudes. Hope that's useful. Peace.